Hi! Hello! It's RG Enriquez Diaz ng Stay Vegan. Nandito na naman po uli ako. I am here once again to share with you your new VFF sa kusina. What is VFF? Vegan Filipino Food. And that encompasses, di ba? That includes lahat ng mga paborito ng mga Pinoy. And if you are just watching for the first time, welcome! And if this is one of many episodes that you have been watching, welcome back! Kamusta po kayo? Where are you watching from? I always love to hear from you, especially because live tayo eh. So if it's live, then it's more interactive. So if you have any shout-outs, let me know sa comment section and I'll go ahead and read them out loud. And it's just different energy kapag I see your reactions. And I am live not just on Facebook but also on Kumu, Kumu, and that is an app on the that's an app, and we are on the FYE channel through ABS-CBN. And also, nakakatuwa, this is just recent on YouTube as well. YouTube live stream. So if you're one of those subscribers, hello po. I hope you leave a comment as well. And if you don't speak Tagalog, maybe it's a good time to sort of just pick up some words. I'm gonna try na mag-Tagalog and English so I can sprinkle some or here and there. Yan. Keywords. I'm sure you can follow along anyway. And today na-announce ko naman ahead of time that I will be making something na Pinoy's, the Korean invasion has reached the new VFF episode. Dahil tayo po mga Pinoy, we recently love Korean cuisine. And through, I think, a lot of, influences from K-pop, sa mga K-drama, and of course, Korean food as well. Syempre, papatalo ba tayo when it comes to the new VFF? We're also gonna show you a vegan option that Filipino families can incorporate. Whether you are trying to eat more vegetables for yourself or for your children, maybe it's your New Year's resolution to be healthier, or maybe you're vegan and you want to cook more, or if you just really want to learn about Korean cuisine. Ito po, I think this is definitely a colorful dish. That's also a Korean cuisine. Ay nako, Korean cuisine is so popular. When I announced this sa social media, I had a lot of reactions as well already. So, compared to whenever I would advertise, I'm gonna go live. Okay, that's great. Pero, nako, ang daming overwhelming positive reaction pag nakita nilang vegan Japchae ang ating lulutuin. Vegan Japchae, to those who are not familiar, is a noodle dish. So, parang siyang pansit, no? But this uses sweet potato starch. Kamote starch siya. And it's like a glass noodle na parang sotanghon, but it's longer, chewier. It's like a glass noodle that it's fun to eat. And it's also very easily veganizable. When it comes to Korean cuisine, sometimes we hear like the barbecues, but you know what? The cuisine also has a lot of vegetables, and that's what I love about Japchae, is it incorporates those colorful veggies that I'm gonna show you. So, kung gusto nyo makiride on sa ating the trend ng Korean food, or you just really want to enjoy other cuisines dito sa Pilipinas or wherever you are, I hope you can try this. Perfect siya as, a crowd pleaser. Pangdala sa party, if you're not sure if you're gonna eat something that's vegan and plant-based, eto na. And it's also very simple to make. Okay, so let's read your comments here. Tignan natin if people have already logged in sa ating Facebook. Let's go for Facebook first and see if there are any comments. Oh, meron na nga. We have Tinker Bay from Union City, California. Hello, chef. Favorite ko yan. Nako, I'm sure you're not the only one. Ang dami talagang nag-like. sa vegan Japchae. If you have already tried this before, let me know what's your style, no? Si David Polidario, Rosa de los Santos, hello, hello. Aha, all the way from Cebu. Ah, si John Michael de la Viña, hello. Ayan, sila Vampires. And they said, he says na si Bonnie Del, favorite niya yan. O, di ba? Si Tinkerbell, si Bonnie, marami nang may favorite ng vegan Japchae or Japchae. Sabi niya, hi RG, hello sa Cebu po, taga Cebu. My favorite, hello, sabi niya, Ray Malu. Ay, favorite din daw nila. Totoo! So, ayan, dami na. We are excited all the way from Bohol. June Maricho Tienzo, hello. I didn't get to say hello the last time. Pero of course, I always want to acknowledge maraming salamat for always watching all the way from Bohol. Yan, David Polidario says, hello, Chef. Pa-shout out po kay Marisol Runes. First time niya manood. Hi, Marisol. Welcome to the humble show of New VFF where we will make something Korean. Because we Filipinos somehow have naging favorite na natin itong Japchae, no? Aha, sabi ni Michelle, proud of you, cousin. Thank you, maraming salamat from Canada. Dionana Ramirez, hello. Kim Suarez, Cecilia, Toronto Lex. It's always nice to see your comments. Sabi niya, I've tried this before, but I wrap the noodles in Vietnamese rice paper and nori and deep fry. Paano makasalanan? Kailangan naman talaga ng deep fry, no? Ay, ang ganda nung niya, ng pagka-Asian fusion niya, no? Vietnamese rice paper, tapos nori, tapos nilumpia niya na fried, sarap. Matay nga din. Si Tay Lopez, hi Tay! Si Tay naman, from Quezon City, see you soon. Ako, si Tay, also a great cook, at saka ang sarap ng kombucha niya. Michelle says, yehey, naabutan ko din ang live mo. Favorite ko din ang Japchae. Wow! Watching from Wellington, New Zealand. New Zealand. Take two. Hello, hello sa mga international friends natin. Nakakatuwa. Elorde Balisang, hello. And Aine. Let's check out Kumu before we get started. Wanted to also acknowledge, no? Ito po ay nakakatuwang app because you can sing, you can dance, you can cook, you can just tambay kung ano-ano pa. And that is, this one is on the FYE channel. At dito po ay you can go virtual gifts and likes. So far, we have 473 likes. Dun sa masipag mag-heart-heart, marami pong salamat. I appreciate you. Now, dito sa pag-open ko ng Kumu comment, unfortunately, let me see, I cannot see anymore the chat that you left. Pakisabi na lang po uli. Somehow it didn't register. But I appreciate you. Please comment again. 750 diamond likes. 750 diamonds and 514 likes na po. Please write again your Kumu comments. Because for some reason, it's no longer there. Ayan. At saka, ito naman pong, of course, sa YouTube natin. Let's see. Ayan. Oh, okay. So, sa YouTube naman, they are very shy. So, wag muna natin oh, wait, no. Let me see. Dito yun. Aha. Oh, okay. Are we there? Sa ating YouTube. Maybe not. Okay. I'll check back on that video. Ayun, live. Ito, nakikita ko na. Ito, nahanap ko na rin. Sabi ni Michael Skinner, hey. O, diba? May hey siya, hey. Ayan, sabi ni Nonoy Escolin, all of your recipes are super. Galing. Emphasize yung super niya. Helpful for us sa veggies, sa mga nag-veggies. Thankful, sabi niya. Thank you din. Ayun, nahanap ko rin kayo. So, let's get cooking sa Japchae natin. Once again, Japchae is a Korean noodle dish that's so popular among Filipinos. First step, ito, medyo I kind of broke the rules already kasi some versions, they boil the pot of water and then they put yung ating Korean noodles. It's sweet potato starch noodles. Ito po, if we can just zoom in, ito po, ayan ang kukunin ninyo. Vermicelli pero sweet potato, hindi mung beans. Kasi may ibang suotan ko na mung beans. Ito po ay firmer bite. 100%, oh my God, 100% sweet potato starch. Yun ang hahanapin ninyo. Okay, when you are at the grocery store, ang Korean name niya is Dangyun. Tama ba? Yun. So, and then if you are, if all else fails, you can see if they are Korean characters. Kasi nga, merong ibang vermicelli noodles na hindi Korean. So, we wanna make sure na sweet potato starch noodles. And instead of boiling a pot of water, I have hot water here na binabad ko yung I soak the noodles in hot water for at least 30 minutes. So that will soften it. I learned this from my research thanks to Viet Vegan on YouTube, because if you boil it, tapos i-drain mo, they're gonna be super sticky and they're gonna be hard to mix. So this way, you won't have that problem when you just soak it first and then cook them later. So, grayish color siya at mahaba siya. So, I'll show you even close up later. So, yun yung natin. Yun yung distinction niya, no? They're matigas, they're firm, especially after buying, thick, and they're kind of grayish in color. So let's set this aside. Now, stir on the stove and to medium heat. Another key distinction with Japchae is that they're very flavorful, but unlike the pancit that we cook sa Pilipinas or wherever, sabay-sabay siyang stir-fry. No? This is a Chinese influence. But here, in this version, isi-season natin sila separately. Bakit? Especially when it comes to the vegan version. We want to have not each, but most ingredients have to have their own flavor profile. Para talagang interesting kapag kinakain ninyo. Hindi siya yung one-dimensional lang. Kundi marami ang, especially with the veggies, no? Marami ang interesting flavors. Now, let's start with your sesame seeds. Ano ang japchae kung wala yung classic look na may sesame seeds? I have black. You can use white. You can use both if you want. Masarap kung toasted. So, we're gonna toast them here first. Just toast a little bit of your sesame seeds. I just realized that I learned that it's much more flavorful kung ito-toast mo siya. Kapag hindi mo siya tinoast, para lang siyang palamuti. It's just like a decoration. It doesn't taste as much. Doesn't taste, doesn't have a stronger taste compared to when you toast. Nati siya. Low, medium heat lang. No? Ayaw mo itong sunugin. So, yun muna ang una. Unless you already bought toasted sesame seeds, then it's okay. Then, even then, you want to heat up a little bit to get the flavors out. Ayan. So, totoastan natin sandali. That will provide very lot of nutty flavor that we want. Talagang simple lang tong dish na to, so we might as well make each one really flavorful. Kapag nagpa-pop-pop siya, ready na yun. Okay. Sali na natin, diba? Bilis lang naman. You don't want this to be too long because it's going to burn. Papait na kapag nasunog. So that's the first step. The second step is the protein. For us, it's the tofu. You can use other kinds of vegan meat alternatives. But you know me, I go for the most accessible one. And I cut them into strips. Ganito siya. Ganyan. You can cut them however you like. Square, rectangle, oblong, diamond shape. Have fun with it. I like to have them as close as possible to the matchsticks shape of our veggies. Kaya, pero not too thin kasi they're gonna break apart. Kaya, medyo ano lang, a little thicker than matchstick, and it's like a log, like a thin strips, but not matchsticks. Ayan. So we're gonna, mga ano lang to, mga 1 block, or basically a half a kilo of our 1 pound of tofu. Firm tofu po, no? Don't use silken. Korean tofu, you can, but just make sure it's firm talaga. And then I just put some oil, as you can see. Because piprituhin natin to. Mas masarap kung mas prito. May makasalanan nga, sabi nga ni Tarantulex. So let's go ahead and add them na. This is medium heat. Yan. Fry them. Nakasan na natin yung apoy. And then you're gonna season this with salt and pepper. Now, this is also tofu that I froze the night before, and then kinabukasan the morning after I thawed or defrosted. That way it will have a nice bounce, but you don't have to freeze. If you forgot, you can still make it just fry, no problem. It's just a matter of preference. What I do is I buy a bunch of tokwa, tapos I just freeze them. So that whenever I need it the morning of, then I defrost. So that way I don't have to remember, only to put them in the freezer. If you want, you can do like half of what you bought sa freezer, half what you bought sa ref. Okay, now let's season with some salt and pepper. Later, we're gonna put some sesame oil as well. Sea salt. Here's my preferred salt. Yan. Few pinches. Lagyan na rin natin ng few pinches ng paminta or black pepper. Very simple seasoning. Ayan. And then we're gonna put some sesame oil later. For me, I like to put sesame oil sort of like as a finishing oil. I don't like to fry the food in sesame oil because sesame oil doesn't have a high smoke point. So, hindi siya sasarap kung yun ang pang-prito mo. At saka mahal ang sesame oil So, it's quite expensive. So, you don't want it to be the main oil, but you want the flavors of the sesame oil. So, you put them last. You drizzle a little bit. Papalasa lang ba? Especially with japchae, the flavor really is coming from the nuttiness of the sesame seeds and the sesame oil. At saka syempre, malinamnam, savory, sweet. You know, as Filipinos, we love savory, sweet. Okay, so you want to fry this until golden on all sides. And then you notice that this is the perfect size of our pan. You don't want to overcrowd your firm tofu. Kung masyadong marami ang inyong tokwa, huwag niyong ilagay lahat. You can cook in batches. And this is nice that we have like sort of a wok style. This is obviously not a traditional wok, but even better if you have a wok. Or kung talagang panindigan mo, like a Korean stoneware cookware. Okay, while we're waiting, let's revisit. If you have any questions, then at least I can address to the best of my ability. Okay, let's see here. Sa ating... Oh, okay. Aha! Alex Bondok, hello from Bulacan. Wild Time is a vegan Filipino brand. Masarap ang kanilang mga pagkain. At ang chef pala ngayon ay ng Wild Time ay nasa Bulacan. Hello, hello from the north siya. Sabi naman ni Tita Dal, love you RG, I'm back. Welcome back po. And I hope you can try this at home. Sabi naman ni Tinkerbell, Chef RG, I use shirataki noodles and air fry my tofu. I love the healthy alternatives. So for those who are not aware or never heard of shirataki noodles, ano nga ba yung shirataki noodles? Guys, medyo may kamahalan siya pero super worth it because it's carbless. It's actually made of shirataki. So I believe it's a kind of seaweed. It has no carbs whatsoever, pero para siyang vermicelli. Ayan. At saka luto na siya, meaning hindi nyo lang pakukuluan, hindi nyo siya ibababad, aalawan nyo lang siya. And the tofu, if you have an air fryer, then might as well air fry para less oil. So, napaka innovative, and I love your substitutions. Ate Tinkerbell. Cecilia is watching. Hello. Perfect for my transition. Sabi niya, Renson Russeler. Renson, more power to your transition to going vegan. I hope this is something that you can definitely incorporate. Ayan, so lagyan na natin. So this is something to notice, no? Nagiging golden na ang kanyang color. Nagiging sort of crispy na rin siya. Halutin lang. We're almost done here. This is what we're going for. Ang fun ng shape niya, no? Yan. See? Yeah, I'm so happy to hear from people who are transitioning to the plant-based way of living. Maraming salamat for saying hello. Michelle, Ben, and Larry. Two Larrys. Larry Bailey and Larry Cuevas. Hello, hello po. Welcome to our humble show featuring vegan Japchae. Ayan. Vegan Japchae na kailangan na walang klase animal-based products pero kaya-kaya niyong gawin. I remember when I would visit my family in Maliksi, Bacoor, Cavite, my class in Ate Donna would always order from a nearby Korean restaurant, Japchae, kasi pwede naman talagang pasadya na purely plant-based. Very easily veganizable. Ayan. Sabi naman sa Kumbo, let's check. Oh, okay. Okay, we are good there. We have 1,370 ayun, 1,383 likes. Thank you. And sa YouTube, tignan natin. Okay, we are all updated. So now, let's go ahead and transfer this to our container. Lagyan natin ng konti lang na na sesame oil. Few drizzle. Yun lang, no? Para talagang may lasang sesame. In, so, hindi na siya masyadong mushy. Then we'll put it in bango. Put them back here. So, hiwa-hiwalay ang ating mga luto na mga sahog. Ayan. Okay. Now, sunod naman natin ang ating spinach. I'm sorry. Before that, lutuin natin ang ating mushroom. The mushroom that I prefer is fresh shiitake mushrooms. Lagyan natin ito. Fresh shiitake mushrooms, about the same amount. Lagyan na. But this time, we're gonna season it differently. You can use dried shiitake mushrooms as well and then just soak in hot water to soften. Pero kasi gusto ko yung soft shiitake mushrooms because yung texture niya, pag fried, ang sarap. So, I prefer fresh. Lagyan na natin ng konti lang, no? Konting asin at paminta. And then we will add, aside from that, a little bit more seasoning. Lagyan natin ng konting paminta. And this time, we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Yan. we're gonna caramelize this. And 2 tablespoons, so equal amounts of, ganda na ng kulay nito, ang bango-bango, toyo. Para siyang nating inadobo minus the garlic at suka. 1, yan. And we are also going to put sesame oil. So it depends your preference of how much sweetness and salty you want this. You can put less or more if you want. So konti lang ng sesame oil. And then we're gonna wait until this becomes really dried up. Fried. Hindi naman dry na dry. Fry lang. Yan. Ayan. So, konting minutes na lang. I love how they glisten. You can also use other kinds of mushrooms. Pwedeng trumpet mushroom. Pwedeng king oyster. Even the canned mushrooms, you can definitely use. Kanya-kanya lang preference when it comes to mushrooms, but or you can even completely omit it. Kaya lang talaga ang personal favorite ko when it comes to japchae is the fresh shiitake. Yan. Hanggang sa tuluyan ng mawala ang sauce niya. Ibig sabihin talagang na-caramelize na at na-absorb na. Now, if this is a little savory, too savory for your liking, you can also offset with a little bit of rice vinegar. But before you do that, you can taste first. So, tikman natin. Nagka-chopstick ako ngayon. Tikman natin. Ito palang ulam na eh. Hindi ang lamang na sinigang. But it does need a little bit of black pepper. Ayan. Okay. Very flavorful siya. Pag nakikita niyo na yung parang may pagka-tostado na siya, like this, really toasted, yung naging darker color, tapos naging sort of dried up yung surface ng mushroom, ready na siya. Toasted na siya. Para siyang tocino, actually. Adobong tocino. Ayan, luin pa. And this is almost done. At saka naging, nag-shrink siya ng konti. Okay na siya. Some versions, they put rice vinegar. Some versions, they put garlic. You can do that as well. Ako hindi na kailangan. Because I'm gonna season my greens with garlic instead. Okay. Nakita nyo, no? Up close here. Pag ginanito nyo, wala na siyang sauce. Wala, oh. Kahit konting sabaw, kahit isang patak, wala ka nang makikita sa inyong pan. That's when you can turn off the heat and transfer. Okay. Para siyang flavor bomb. So, masarap yan dahil lalo na kapag it's gonna be mixed with other veggies and the noodles na kailangan ng konting pang linamnam. Ito yun. Ito yung mga palinamnam ninyo. Okay. Granted, pwede rin ito sa kanin. Okay. Now, ano ang susunod nating ingredient na lulutuin? Hiwala-hiwalay, no? So, we have toasted the sesame seeds. We have fried tofu and seasoned and cooked the mushrooms. Now, let's blanch our, let me turn this up. Let's blanch our spinach. Now, ito lang po, no? Ang spinach natin ay hindi Korean spinach. Now, some Korean versions, syempre, they go to Korean grocery store. Marami din naman na dito sa Pilipinas. You can find a lot of them. And then they go for Korean spinach naturally for their Korean japchae. Well, of course, since we're Filipinos and kahit saan you don't have to go to Korean store, may pechay. That's what I did. So you can use either whatever leafy greens you want. I use pechay leaves. Mura lang na siya dito. Super. Dito sa Pilipinas. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna blanch it. I'm gonna turn this off first. And then using I'm gonna scoop some here from, here, let me see. Oh, here. I'm gonna scoop some from our soaking water from the noodles. Ayan. So, mga 2 to 3 cups, no? Ayan. Marami pa naman. So, sayang ang soaking noodles natin. Malinis naman ng noodles. And then we're gonna have over very high heat. We're gonna add some salt and we're gonna blanch the noodles. Then we're gonna season. Not the noodles. We're gonna blanch the pechay. Then we're gonna season it. Okay. Nalagyan na natin ng konting asin. Lakasan natin na maigi. Para talagang simula na ito. But the nice thing is because we were soaking the noodles in hot water, kaya warm na rin naman na siya. It won't take that long, especially if you're gonna go super high heat with your stove. Ayan, so konting hintay lang. And what we're gonna do, iba-blanch natin. Now you can also, last night when I was making it just to make more tests, kangkong ang ginamit ko. And of course, pwede pa rin, masarap siya, may yung stem niya. So, as you can see with my pechay, I didn't use the stems. Yung mahaba niyang stem na white, tinanggal ko. So, it's just the leafy part. So that it's more, it mimics the Korean spinach closer. That's a personal preference. Like I said, you can also use kangkong. You can use whatever spinach you have. You can even use alugbati or Malabar spinach. But of course, that's a little slimy, so I'll leave that up to you. My husband is not fond of that. So, or lalo na ko siguro kung saluyot ang nilagay ko, no? So, you can even use malunggay, whatever leafy greens you have. Okay naman siya. Have fun with it, no? So, lagyan na natin, since simmering na ang ating water, let's go ahead and blanch our greens. Blanch means, it's a cooking term that parang flash boil lang siya. But in this case, mga 2 minutes. And this is also thoroughly cleaned, ha? Thoroughly cleaned yung ating pechay. A lot of leafy greens kasi can be mayaman sa dirt. Ayan. So, kapag nakita ninyo na nagiging vibrant na yung kulay, the color, green, then you can stop. Alright. So, mga 1 minute lang in this case. And then we're gonna drain here. Actually, we're gonna put them dito. I'm gonna need here. Oh, here. I'm gonna drain them here. Now, some Korean versions, aside from blanching, they also squeeze them. So that parang they squeeze a towel. You don't have to. I'm not going to, because you can just cook them separately sa pan and the water will evaporate anyway. Now, ito na itsura niya, no? Like that. You drain them. You can use more leafy greens if you want. Now, I am going to we're very economical here. Sayang yung hot water. So I'm also going to reserve about a cup of this Granted that, you make sure that you clean your leafy greens and everything is uh, uh, not dirty anymore. So I'm gonna reserve about just a cup of that later to cook the noodles. Kasi hot na siya eh. So I'm gonna turn on the heat back and lagay na natin ang ating greens. And this is when you can skip the whole having to squeeze with a towel because you're sort of drying them this way. Yan. Okay. We're almost done actually. Kapag nakikita mo na they're drying up a little bit, we can start seasoning. You can add now, we have about 3 cloves of garlic here. We'll do half. Okay. And then salt. Just a little bit because we're gonna also put a touch of soy sauce. Lower down the heat now. And I'm not gonna put black pepper this time because this is already gonna be earthy. Because it's a dark leafy green. I'm not gonna put any more black pepper. But I'm gonna put a little bit of soy sauce and sesame oil. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be super cool when it all comes together. Yan. So about just a teaspoon first. Saka mo na lang dagdagan. Teaspoon, yan. Just enough. You don't want it to be adobong pechay, no? Just enough to add a little bit of umami. And then, you're gonna add sesame oil. I'll turn this off now. And then I'm gonna add sesame oil. And you can also just taste if it needs more soy sauce. Just a few drops. Yun. Para lang magka-essence siya. And this is done. But I would taste if it needs soy sauce. Like I said, you don't want this to be too savory. Tama. Konting soy sauce lang. That was enough. But I'm gonna add a little bit of vegetable oil as well. Kasi so that it has more of that fried noodle and fried vegetable taste. Noodles ako ng noodles, no? Wow. I add a little bit of oil. Cooking oil. I use refined coconut oil, but you can use canola oil, grapeseed oil, ayan. Okay, haluin. And it's done. Sayang, akin na lang to. Put it on the side there. Okay. I'll turn this off, and you are done. And you can set this aside. Okay. Now time to cook our noodles. Yung veggies na nakikita nyo, I can see some orange there and some bell pepper. Don't worry because, actually, you know what? Let's do the bell pepper as well. Gisahin na natin siya tapos saan na natin lagay ang ating noodles. You can do this before or after the noodles. But since we already have this ready, with the remaining garlic and onions, we might as well. So let's start with onions. No, this is optional, especially if you live in the Philippines. Alam nyo na. Know na this because expensive siya. So you can skip this, especially if you're already using a lot of scallions. But I have a little bit around, so might as well use them. Alam naman ang investment. So you mix them around. Then the rest of the garlic, add. So you can also use shallots. Ayan. Like I said, you can also skip the onions. Lagyan ng konting oil, as usual. Konti lang. Para mag-isa. And then we add the carrots. Mga ano to, one medium carrot. Doesn't have to be too precise, no? Especially if you're cooking lang sa bahay. This is about approximately cup and a half, 2 cups when cut. And I cut them into long strips as well. Okay. And then we add zucchini. Some versions don't have this, some versions do. So I found zucchinis at the grocery store might as well because it adds a nice crunch as well as beautiful color contrasting with the orange. Lagyan natin about the same amount. So, mga ano to, one medium as well as zucchini. Cut into long strips as well. Ang ganda na! Nagiging talaga siyang japchae. And of course, we have our red bell pepper. Hindi ganun karami. About 1/4 of the amount. You can use red, you can use yellow, you can use green, you can use a little bit of all. Red, green, and yellow. In fact, that's really gonna be appetizing to look at. Okay, tapos again na rin natin ang ating tinatawag yun sa Pilipinas. It's called onion beets. But it's actually sort of very reminiscent of scallions. So, we're gonna add that as well. Mix na natin. And we're gonna remember the toasted sesame seeds. We're gonna add that. Kalahati. Kalahati here. Kalahati as garnish. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Contrast. You guys see, ang ganda ng kulay niya. Colorful. That's what's nice about veggies. The beautiful colors. Very vibrant. Lagyan na natin ng salt. For usual. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. And a little bit of sesame oil. Just a drizzle. You don't need soy sauce or brown sugar for this one. Just a drizzle. Great. Okay. And then we are gonna just raise the heat here. Do a final stir fry. You don't want the carrots to be too mushy. You want a little bit of crunch still. So this is just, you don't want them soft. Konti lang. I mean, it's up to you. Kanya-kanyang trip, no? Pero masarap talaga kung hindi mushy, maigi yung carrots. Para talagang malasahan mo siya. Especially kung sweet yung carrot, it's nice when crunchy. Hindi hilaw just crunchy. Okay, I'm gonna transfer now. And for the final step, it's the final step, noodles. Ayan. So we have this special way of making this. Other versions, sabay-sabay na. Hindi na nila, they don't separately season them. Yung spinach, mushrooms, tokwa, they all cook them all at the same time, which you can do as well. It's just, I think this way, it's more special, more interesting, especially wala naman siyang meat, then you're gonna have a better vegan version if some components have your distinct characteristics. Ayan, no? So, na-separate na natin siya. And don't worry kung may mga konting leftover of what we have stir-fried because we actually want that. Time to make the japchae sauce so that lulutuin na natin ang ating noodles. And this is the last step, I promise. Okay. Remember that hot water, we just need 1 cup na sa bang aking measuring. Here. So we just need 1 cup of that. Clear siya, no? Walang dumi. Ayan, 1 cup. Put that there. With the stove off. Wala pa siyang apoy. Kasi you don't want them to cook yet. And then we're gonna put tablespoon of rice vinegar. Very Korean traditional. If you want, you can just use regular vinegar, but it's best to use rice vinegar para talagang mas reminiscent or similar sa Korean version. Lagyan natin ng brown sugar. Okay. Tablespoons. Walang kamatayang sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of that. Nutty goodness. It has to be nutty goodness. And about 5 to 6 tablespoons ng toyo. Depending on the brand, kung matapang ba, then 5 tablespoons. Hindi matapang, 6 tablespoons. Okay, now you mix that. This is now our sauce slash sabaw, or what's going to further cook our noodles. Pakasan na natin yung apoy. This is the last step. I'm really excited because after this, it's all gonna come together. What we have worked so hard separately will be one beautiful painting. Nice. Edible painting. Okay. Nakita ninyo, no? This is, by the way, if your noodles are too long, which some noodles can be, Korean noodles, you can cut with kitchen shears. Dapat ganyan na. Malambot na siyang ganyan. Tapos saka nyo dito, lutuin sa sauce. Lalambot siya. You can add more liquid if it needs more, na-absorb na lahat. Ayan. Granted, mas maganda kung mas malaki yung chopsticks nyo, no? But I work with what I have. Ayan. Or you can use stones as well. Ang nakalahating kilo to. Ang Korean noodles. So, mas maganda kung you air to the side na baka kulang ang sabaw. Because kung masyadong marami, sayang naman yung seasoning mo. If you put a lot of soy sauce, brown sugar, sesame oil, tapos you end up having to just throw them away. Sayang naman kasi sobra. So, mas maganda kung konti na lang muna ito. Ayan. So, it's cooking. Perfect. It's actually a good size. And here. Okay. So, I'm gonna keep mixing this para even yung pagka-season niya. But at the same time, I can sort of do two things at once and read your questions just in case I have to revisit. No? Okay. Let's see if you have any questions. Ay, oo nga. Sabi ni, Toxwagen. Alright, lovely vegan chef. Hands down. Hands down. Thank you. Thank you. Next naman. Sino ka bang Toxwagen? Maraming salamat. Roxanne Enriquez, who you? Sister, very lovely one from SoCal. Hello, thanks for watching. Team Malunggay, all the way from Baguio City. Hello. Kamusta sa? Sakto may Korean glass noodles pa kami dito. So they also have, can you believe, Filipino households now have Korean food staples. So they have the food staple there. On Facebook, let's see if you have any reactions, questions. Sabi ni Bonnie, hi, Japchae. It's my fave, Bonnie, because you said that now. I'm looking forward to seeing your version. No pressure, ha? From Cebu, I wanna see how you do it. Sabi naman ni Tox Joel from Pampanga. Yeah, from Cebu to Pampanga naman. Alright, enjoying your show from the City of Angels. Pampanga, okay. Paulo says, watching from Malolos, Bulacan. Happy viewing, Astig Vegan. Hello, Paulo. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay kayong mga taga Bulacan. Marisol, thank you. We're watching from Hayward, California. My parents, hello. Hope to see you soon. Jennifer Simbulan Legaspi says, yummy, yummy emoji. Watching from Canberra, Australia. From the Down Under, Maria. Hello, Maria. So nice that we're also international. And sa Kumu, let's check. 3,000 likes na po and 750 diamonds. Thank you so much. 132 people watching our vegan Japchae. Okay, I want to show real quick how it's now. Keep mixing this so that it won't burn the bottom. Look at that. It's now soft. Ayan. Ayan, oh. Ang galing, no? Now it's becoming really nice and ready. Softer, yet nice and firm. Not sticky, unlike if you boil them ahead of time. Okay. So let's just wait until it evaporates some more. But this is the texture that we're looking for. Fully absorb niya yung seasoning. Haluin lagi para talaga makuha on all sides, on each strand. Okay, this is looking like the sauce have been fully absorbed. Lagay na natin. It is all coming together. Ayan. Dinaan natin ang apoy because it's all about just mixing them. Ooh. Party. And of course, our colorful veggies. This is now getting away. Yan! Okay, this is when the big chopsticks will be handy. Okay. Haluin lang natin. Very festive. Diba? Tapos na po siya. Carried away. Nagmamadali. Dahil, ano na? Magtapos na tayo. Put it here. Yan. Carried away. Now, I'm gonna taste. Turn it off. Now you can taste and adjust seasoning to your preference. But I think I have a feeling this is gonna be great with all these different flavors and textures and colors. Sige, tingnan natin. Ayan, tikman natin, ano? Lagyan pa natin ng noodles. Oops. Oh my God. Napadami. Titikim lang, no? Dami na. Okay. Let's put the mushroom, tofu, and veggies. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My God. Ang sarap ng noodles. Tsaka yung mushroom, the combination of the savory mushroom, panalo. And of course, the veggies are not bland. And it's not as powerful as the mushrooms, for example. But it's still so flavorful. Such a great party dish, or if you're batch cooking, God, this can yield so many servings. At my gosh, if you serve this in a party setting, what a crowd pleaser. Even non-vegans, I'm sure, will be delighted to see the presentation and hopefully will be even enticed to try it out. May competition kayo sa inyong vegan food. So, for those who have said that this is their favorite, I hope you try this at home. This version, there are many different styles, many different ways of making this. This is mine. I've learned a lot from researching online. Korean Vegan, Viet Vegan, maraming salamat for sharing your knowledge. And I think this is really good time to serve. If you want other recipes from me, just check my website, astigvegan.com. Also, I'm on social media. I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, of course, YouTube, and even on Kumu. So, I hope to see you next time. And of course, I also have this book. Yes, konting-konti na lang ang natitira, but in case you stumble upon it, I hope you check it out. Available at National Bookstore. So, I am once again RG Enriquez Diaz ng Astig Vegan, letting you know that Filipino food and food that Filipinos love can be vegan, healthy, and delicious and beautiful without losing its traditional essence. Kain na! Let's eat!